Hello everybody and welcome to today's Mystery Monday session, and I seem to be live, so I'm gonna close a window that you can't see and open something you can see. It's me, here I am, and that little sound is becoming my signature. Actually, I'm realizing that it's quite a good way to start the video. When you hear my spoon rattling around my mug, you know that I'm ready to go. And this is the second time I'm on live today. The first time was for, let me see if I can share. Well, let me tell you what we're going to do. So we're going to look at Showcase Sunday. We're going to look at some of your photographs that you sent in to show your stuff on a relaxed Sunday. The main thing we're going to do is look at Mystery Monday. So we're going to look at the fantastic branches themed pictures that you sent in. Wow, I'm so impressed. So many people sent in so many great pictures. And I'm going to try and get you to send in more pictures for my appreciation series. I'm doing 9 days in a row of videos where I'm analyzing 9 photographs each time. And it's really, really fun. I hope it's useful for you as well. So in 9 days, that's going to be 81 photographs I'm going to analyze and discuss, which is pretty amazing. But I need you to send them in. So have a look. I think it's in the announcements section, and you'll find this square here. And underneath, you can add your photographs, and I'll talk about them. And the video itself looks like this. To watch these videos, you have to go to my personal profile, which is facebook.com. It's this, facebook.com/𝗙𝗪𝗡, to watch the video, because it's a public video. It's not private in our group, because I'm trying to, the idea is it's attracting people to my masterclass, which is starting on Monday. So the first 5 minutes are about the masterclass. Then it's about 40 to 50 minutes of analysis on your photographs and 3 of mine. And then the last 10 minutes is about the masterclass. So my idea is, if you just want the photo analysis, don't worry about the first 5 minutes and forget the last 10. And you've got the photo analysis. So it's really good. And I need your photographs. So please send me your photographs to this post here. You can find it in the announcements. And at the end, if you are interested, I will, a couple of minutes on my masterclass, which is coming up. But I did want to show you actually just what I analyzed today. So I'm going to swap windows and I'm going to show you the photographs that I talked about today. Your photographs and 3 of mine. Just to give you a quick taster. If I can find it. Yeah, here we go. So about 3 hours ago, I was analyzing these photographs, mine, 2 landscapes, 1 of mine, a food picture, a picture taken in the underground in London, 3 of mine, 1, 2, 3, because when I chose one, I realized that I had 3, well, I chose 3 of mine, which all illustrated the same thing, but in a slightly different way. And then 2 more of yours from the same person. You see, how different can you get? Although having said that, that's kind of a starburst, and so is that. Right, so those are what I analyzed in today's Facebook Live analysis, which is the lead up to my masterclass. So check it out, it's number 4, if you like the look of those photographs and you'd like to see what I said about them. Okay, so here we are, back to today's show. And today's show is about the branches pictures. Let's have a look. Where are we? But before the branches pictures and the new theme for this week, which I haven't decided yet, I want to look at some of Sundays, because, I put it up a bit late on Sunday. I'm sorry, but for Americans, it was still the day, especially the West Coast Americans. And we had some interesting pictures thrown in here on the Showcase Sunday, which is for, there's no analysis, no critique, no nothing, no competition. It's literally, show me some nice photographs. Well, show us. This was great, and this inspired me. This is from Beth, and she sent in a Methodist church in the country, all alone and beautiful. It is, isn't it? And it's almost the same white as the white behind it. It's really, really impressive. And this made me go running off to Google Maps, because I thought of at least 2 churches in Paris that were similar. And I found these on Google Maps. Have a look. It's kind of similar. It's actually a Catholic church. Does it go to the next one? No. And then that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Hang on, I have to go back to this. It was this one that I was thinking of. You see, it's really quite similar, but it's not Methodist. I think it's still Catholic. But you see what one little post sends off a sort of chain reaction. Right, so those were mine. And we have Beth again sending in this, which is a sort of moody, moody seascape, very moody. And then, I'm not sure if I've seen this. She says, what do you think of this one, Beth? Similar, but a bit distorted. I struggle with trying to get shots while riding passenger in the car. Yeah, you would actually, wouldn't you? Not too bad considering, reminding me a little of yours. I just clicked it. Pretty lovely as well, isn't it? Pretty lovely. And that's very similar to the 2 that she sent in for analysis that I did today that I just told you about. There were some of my recent ones, which you can catch on my, my personal profile and stuff. I post my Paris photographs every day. This was Rob. This was Rob saying, from what I understood, it's a different universe, but from what I understand, he got a bit too late to some sort of jetty or something. The lake froze over and he had to spend 4 hours digging this thing out of the ice to be able to extract it. 7-hour round trip, 4 hours of work with and he says that's with his dad. A rare selfie of my pop and I. That's lovely, really nice. It's great. People just share something and it's a completely different universe to what I'm used to. This is Jen. Now, Jen is a real fan of these amazing skies. I don't know where she gets them. Maybe she carries them around in her back pocket. And every time she stops, she just sort of, and there it goes, like cloud busting. But she's got something there. She's got some sort of knack for getting those skies. All right, so there we are. That was some Sunday stuff. So let's get rid of that and move over to Monday. So last week's theme was branches. And I was very impressed by what you came up with. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to come on the show and talk about the photographs with me, do. Underneath this video that you're watching, there should be a link. And if you click it, you can come into the studio with me and we can chat about the photographs together. So if anyone's feeling, well, chatty, I won't say brave, because what is there to be scared about, So if you want, the link is there. It's just underneath this video. You click it and you can come into the studio. I'll see you and then I'll click something and then you can come in and we talk about the photographs together. It would be nice if it wasn't just me and my coffee and my spoon rattling around. That's hot. So let's have I was going to tell you for the last time I did the video today, I left half of my drink in the kitchen because as I pulled it from the microwave, this thing on the microwave decided that it should, loop into the handle. So I pulled the cup, but the coffee stayed where it was. So it's a bit safer today. This one's a bit, anyway. So branches, and this was the one that I put there to kind of inspire you in case you didn't know what branches are. But some of you seem to. And let's have a look at some of these. I actually analyzed this picture in the Facebook analysis thing number, hang on, that's number 5. It wasn't yesterday. No, that's tomorrow. That's coming up. It was number 3 in Facebook Live number 3, where I'm analyzing 9 photographs a day. I think I talked about this in quite some depth, the composition and stuff. So it's great, isn't it? No one's coming in to join me. Come and join me. Come and join me. There's a link underneath. And if you can't find it, comment and I'll try and show you where it is, or just leave me on my own. Thanks. I'm used to it. Yeah, this was interesting. And I'm not doing analysis here. I'm just sort of appreciating them. But what I did was, you've got the road, which is supposed to be like branches, going into the center of the shot. And what I did was I took a square frame and I took the frame so that the little point, the little point here of the road disappearing, the vanishing point, was either in the bottom right corner, the bottom left, the top right, or the top left. And it was quite interesting for me to decide which one I liked best. And the more you do that, the more you realize that, yes, you can take your photographs to another level just by doing something like that. If you do watch the video, you'll see what I mean. Even if it's just that part, you might find it interesting, because this is a nice shot. It's got very strong lines. And yet, just by doing one simple exercise of taking it and going boom, 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 and seeing what happens, you really can get a much stronger shot. So that was Beth saying it was a branch of the 350th St. Iowa. That's kind of probably American speak that I don't understand. Maybe that's a road, is it? 350th is maybe a road. Yeah, it's a real branch road, isn't it? And then Beth has sent this one in as well. Branches of winter. Yeah, my God. Isn't it beautiful when they get that sort of frost on every single little branch and twig? And Alice says, nice, Beth. When the sun comes out, those needles sparkle. See, what you could do with this is maybe brighten it up a bit, because it is a little bit dull. I think if you were standing next to it there, those would be bright white. So, you know, just in terms of processing it, you could bump up the contrast, or bump up the brightness a bit to get those really sparkling like I'm sure they were in real life. What's happened is there's so much white in the shot that the camera's averaging system has averaged it down, and the white, if you blew up one of those little twigs and looked at it, it's actually grey. And snow isn't grey, snow is white, and frost is white, or looks white. So there you go. Yeah, branches, branches, branches. So many branches. You can't see the, what's the expression? Wood for the trees. You can't see the trees for the branches. And we've got Anita. Wow, this is an amazing one, isn't it? That's incredible. Branch of Paradise. Antigua and Barbuda. I'm not sure what that is. Can anyone help me out there? What's an Antigua and a Barbuda? Is it a place? Is it a type of tree? I don't know. You know, I'm really wondering if she's put a filter on this or not. I can't help wondering, because it looks like it's very, very orange up to the level of the clouds, and then it's bluer. And yet maybe that was some sort of trick of the light. I don't know. You never can tell with these sneaky filters, can you? The shot itself is really great. It's very pure. And I like the fact that the tree is up in a bit above the middle. Very interesting, very strange cloud bank, isn't it? Any comments on that? Feel free to give me comments, because otherwise I'm just talking to myself. I can see you. I can see there's people watching. So, you know, don't bother hiding. I don't know who you are. I'm not looking at the comments elsewhere because I can't see who you are, but I know you're there. So feel free to chime in. If you want me to know who you are, you have to go here, streamyard.com/Facebook, and say yes, you can show my name. Then when you leave a comment, I can see your name and your picture. Otherwise, I don't know who you are. That's just to let you know that. Most of you know that, but some of you don't if you're watching for the first time. Now we've got Ingrid, and she says Maison Blanche, so the White House. Yeah, except you can hardly see that it's white because it's so covered in this. This is without leaves. Can you imagine what it's like with leaves? That's really weird. That is so dense. Sometimes I wonder, I've got a feeling it's not good for houses to be covered like this, but maybe it's good for the insulation. I don't know. That's a lot of branches, says Rob. Oops, Maison. Hold on. I made a mistake. She made a play on words, a pun, and I didn't get it because I haven't got my glasses. It's Maison Blanche. So instead of the White House, white in French is blanc, so house is feminine, so it's blanche. But branch is branche with an R. So it's a pun. Instead of saying the White House, you're saying the branch house. Or maison très branchée, or a very branched house, or a very popular house. She says, I see this house every day, but I needed a photo challenge to notice it. Yeah. And I've got a comment here. The comment says, it's Dorothy Beautiful. Well, it says Dorothy Beautiful. You are, Dorothy, you are beautiful. Absolutely. Yes. And this one is Ingrid again. Now, Ingrid has got a very interesting way of seeing things. And here's another example. So she's, you know, in French, you say, if you say to connect the electricity, in France, you say brancher l'électricité, or brancher something. You branch it in. So that's, she's making some plays on words that work in French, which is very good. That looks like one of the many iPhone chargers I have left in various places around the world. Maybe it's one of mine. Now, Rob. There's a joke of mine coming up, so watch out for it. He says, "Are not tiny lines?" It says tines. I think it means lines, mini branches. Yeah, I remember long ago, Sab taught us to look for repeating elements in the scene. See, I do pay attention. It's why are there these sort of zigzag pattern? Well, it's because there's two light sources, one from this way and one from this way, which is giving two sets of shadows. It's a bit like when you walk between lampposts at night. I don't know if you've noticed. As you walk away under a lamppost and away from it, you see your shadow elongating in front of you. And little by little, as you approach the next lamppost, it gets longer, but it gets paler. And if you look behind you, you notice that there's a long shadow from the lamppost in front of you, creeping up on you behind, getting shorter and shorter and darker, which is kind of weird. So anyway, so that's very nice. And yet there's some sort of branching effect behind as well. Very good. And I mean, it was so good, I had to admit that it was forking amazing. That was the joke. And he said, I thought of this at breakfast and was inspired by this challenge. Excellent. The challenge is inspiring people. Liz says, branching out in a light-filled way. This is in Boca Raton, FL. I'm guessing FL is Florida. Raton is Spanish for cat, I think. Or mouse. No. Oh my God. Yeah. Gata. Raton. I think it's Spanish for cat. No. Yeah. No. Mouse. And Boca is mouth. So what is it? Mouse's mouth? What? Okay. And it's a stunning photograph again, isn't it? Beautiful. This is taking, I think it's taking the theme literally. Branches, you know, here's some branches. But with the sky behind, that changes everything. It's almost a picture of the sky being obscured by branches, which is what you get when you shoot into the light. Anything near you, which is dark, will turn black and you get a silhouette, which can often be nicer. A silhouette can often be a nicer option than the real thing. For example, a person. You got a person in the scene, especially if the scene is particularly nice. Do you really want to see that the person's wearing like a bit of a dirty blue anorak and scruffy jeans? And, you know, it would be better if you turn them into a silhouette and they become a person, not Jack and his scruffy jacket. So there's that. So, I'm saying nature rules. Liz is saying thank you. Some very nice interaction going on here. Oh God, I've got to think of the theme for today. What's it going to be? And we've got Liz. Oh, I've got Dorothy Beautiful still on the screen. Let's take Dorothy Beautiful off. And this is Liz, and she says, reminds me of a money tree and branching out in business. Cool. So it's a trunk of money going up there, and then you've got these little branches going out to the side, which is pretty good. Yeah, branches. You have branches of a bank, don't you? It is really like leaves hanging down. And I said first metaphorical entry, I think. Well done. Getting some love there. This is from Vespina. And I had no idea what it was. And we had a couple of interesting interpretations. She said brain branches. So I was thinking, is it actually a real brain, somebody's brain that they've done a close-up on or something like that? And quite a few people were trying to work out what it was. And 𝗙𝗙𝗘𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗞 said, before I clicked it, I thought it was a picture of an alien from the movie with the same name. And I thought, wow, I can actually see two different faces in this. The first one, well, have a look. Can you see? Can you see faces there? So I've got a face here with, this is an eye, and this is an eye, and this is a mouth. So that's kind of nasty, sort of alien-y type looking. And then I kind of saw a second face down here with this as a nose, and this is an eye. Pretty wild. And I did say, so what is it? And she said, sticky notes on fire. I guess she's played around with it a bit. I'm kind of tempted to say, what did the sticky notes ever do to you? But we'll let that one pass. Very interesting. And there's still more. There's still more. This is 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗓𝗪. And 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗪 is saying, I'm on vacation, but I like what this tree looks like. Good. You like what it looks like? Well, it's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not sure who else, but I've seen some photographs recently where you're looking up. And when you look up, I mean, almost literally like on your, as if you're on your back, or your neck is really craned. So you're literally looking directly up in the air. You get very interesting shots because what happens is the branches come in from the side from all angles. And if you happen to have the sun in the middle, in the gap, it's a very interesting picture. Try it. Next time you're in a wood, get your camera, you know, and put it up like this way, literally like that. You're looking up and see what happens. Because, of course, when you look at the photograph, it's flat. So you've got these branches coming in from all angles, including the top and the bottom. I hope I'm not missing any in the comments. Here's one from Dorothy, beautiful Dorothy. She said she was sad today, and this was a kind of going into nature to be outside, be in the sun, be close to nature is a beautiful thing to do when you're feeling sad. And she saw the tree, and she thought she could sit on the stone or be with the tree for a while. I think she's talking about this little stone down here. And then she was thinking that she couldn't take a picture of it, or she didn't feel like it. And then she got into the car, and then she said, no, of course I can take a picture. So she took a picture, and she shared it with us. So this has shared whatever she's feeling or she was feeling at that moment with everybody through her picture of a beautiful tree. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you for that. She says, I see you, or the tree shows itself. Can you see him or her? So I'm not sure, but maybe there's a face or something to be seen in this picture. I'm not sure if you can see it. I think maybe you could imagine a face, actually, in the same way as with the poor sticky notes that 𝗪𝗓𝗪𝗓 sacrificed earlier. And I think we're getting towards the end of these. All right, and this is, oh my goodness, they go on, they go on. You see how inspired you were? It's ridiculous. I don't think we've ever had such a huge entry. Am I ever going to manage to come up with a theme which inspires you this much? This one is from 𝗙𝗛𝗕𝗕𝗕𝗢𝗙. Feel free to leave comments, please. Say who you are and which photograph you're talking about and what you think of it. You know, even just a little comment is nice. Take part, you know, make it more interactive. And you can talk about your own photograph if you've seen it, give us a little bit more information, or you can make a comment on somebody else's. There's no problems. You can even give an idea for a future theme. 𝗙𝗛𝗕𝗕𝗓𝗓 says, just walking by, this caught my eye. I'm fascinated by plants and trees covering buildings. It's beautiful and wild. I talked about this in today's, I think it was today's Facebook Live, where I'm analyzing 9 pictures a day. I'm not sure if it was today. I think it was maybe yesterday. Very interesting, the way she's tilted the camera, because she, when I hesitate like that, sometimes I haven't got a clue what to say, and sometimes I've got the word in French and I can't think of the English. And it's the latter. So she tilted the camera. She forgot the fact that houses are normally horizontal, and she wanted to get as much of the branches in as possible. That's what I'm guessing anyway. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Lovely, lovely shot. And I guess in summer, this is completely green with stuff. But at this time of year, you've got all the dead leaves. They've fallen down. They're caught in the branches at the bottom here. The leaves here are exactly the same color as the window frame, which is nice. And there's a little bit of a wall on the left-hand side there, which is also a similar color. So it's a very nice muted kind of colors. The colors are complementary. And all of these huge branches going around the window frame. Very nice. Lovely. Grab them. Grab the pictures when you see them. And then if you like them, keep them and share them. Otherwise, don't worry about it. But if you don't take the shot, you won't have the shot. If you don't take action, nothing will happen. This is one of me. I thought, well, I'm gonna throw one in. I've got some branches to show you. This is what France does to trees. They have this way of cutting trees back. I know it's probably not just France, but they do tend to go kind of unbelievably severe. And it's like a sort of leprous stumps severe. And I'm just thinking every single year, I'm thinking, oh my God, there's no way that tree's going to grow back this year. This year, that's it. They've gone too far. And sure enough, you get a few sprigs coming out, and in about 2 or 3 months, you won't be able to see those stumps. It'll be a kind of tree-ish looking tree again. But when you see it like that, it's not the most attractive thing. So I played, well, I didn't play. I did what you can see here. And this is Sharon. Hello, Sharon. Thank you for contributing, offering olive branch shadows. Aha, you see, don't have to take a picture of the tree. Can be something, the branches causing something else. These shadows in this case. Lovely. Sharon again. Branching out into fluffiness. There's all sorts of strange plants, aren't there? That's very weird. Don't know what it is. Oh, yeah. Is it some sort of cactus or something? I have no idea. Have you ever seen, I lived in Australia for 1 year when I was a kid, and they had these weird things in the bush. The bush is like the Australian countryside, but it's very strange, strange for me. And they had these things called black boys. I don't know if this is unpolitically correct these days, but they were called black boys, and they were thick stumps, thick thingies, up to about 5 feet or 6 feet. They were about this much in diameter, and then they just stopped, and they had this kind of stuff going out like that, these spiky things, and they were black. I don't know if they were black because they'd been burned or because they were naturally black. Very strange. Black boys, they were called. Anyone seen black boys? This is Sharon. This is very interesting. It looks like her shadow of the V before, and she says catapulting the sun. You imagine getting the sun and throwing it into the sea. Excellent. It's a very long photograph, isn't it? It's a long photograph, but this bottom bit here, it's obviously, it seems to be through a window or something. But I think it's nice that you've left the bottom bit, because it gives more of a window feeling. That's what you saw. And yeah, you don't have to. Yeah, I think it's nice. And the V is great. I think this made me think of the black boy, actually. Alice is in the States, I think. Oh my God, I hope she's not in Canada. I think she's in the States. And that made me, reminded me of the black boys a little bit. A see-through branch, that's really weird. What is it? Is it a tree? Is it I guess it is or was a tree. Very strange. See-through branch. And you see, we would never have got that photograph in front of our eyes if we hadn't done this theme. You see, that's what's interesting. You throw something out there and look what happens. All the weird stuff you get coming back. Thanks, Alice. Alice says, love dead trees more than lamps. No, I don't believe it. Not for a second. Such character. I tried to balance the tree in the frame of the picture as best I could. Well, yeah, you've done a good job. Wow, has that been struck by lightning or something? Doesn't look in that great health, does it? Especially next to the ones behind it, which have still got some sort of leaves or needles or something. Wow, where are you there? You look like you're way, way up. Very impressive. You know, there's something about dead trees. I was in the Lake District, which is a beautiful area in the never eat shredded wheat, northwest of England, where my parents have gone to live, and this last summer. And in the middle of a beautiful countryside with lots of rich vegetation and trees and stuff, there was just this one sort of ghostly grey, spiky tree with the branches at all sorts of angles. You imagine witches' fingers. And there it was in the middle of this landscape. And it was amazing. It was absolutely superb. I have to try and find it, actually, and maybe put it in this thread. Yeah, there's something about nature when it's like that. Ingrid has branches, branche de gui dans branche. So it's branches of, do you know what these are? Do you know what these little clumps here are? Well, it's mistletoe, according to, have I got people saying hello? Oh my God, I suddenly got comments and I didn't even realize. You see, I look for this, I've got this button. It's supposed to go red when there's comments. And, oh my God, how embarrassing. So, Despina says, hey, Sab. Hi, Despina. Alice says, Rob, very clever photo. Love the shadows too. Yeah, that must be the forking great photograph. This is 𝗙𝗙𝗘𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗞. I like Rob's photo of the fork as well. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I should have said these earlier. Bad quality sticky notes, not sticky at all. Oh, burn them. They don't deserve anything better. Facebook user, I was talking to the tree. Okay, I don't know who you are, Facebook user, unless you go to streamyard.com/Facebook and tell them I can see who you are. But you were talking to the tree. Dorothy. I think it was Dorothy. Yeah, talking to the tree. With the tree. Yeah, well, you can talk to trees, can't you? We're all connected. There's no real division. I mean, if you're looking at the tree and you're seeing a tree, the tree is part of you. You might even be creating the tree, you know. Very difficult to say, I think, what's really going on. Alice says, yes, it's a cactus, right? That was the kind of one that went like that, kind of cactusy thing. 𝗙𝗙𝗘𝗕𝗢𝗢 says, Dorothy, I love the photo. It made me dream a bit. I think we're on, hang on, let's just go back to that for a second. Long time ago. I think it was this one. Dorothy, I love the photo. It made me dream a bit. The tree looks divided in two. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Look, it's got two parts like this. And those two parts look like they're embracing each other or dancing. I wrote a poem once called The Riven Tree. And it was of a tree which was riven, I think it's a word, riven down the middle. I was in Spain at the time, Seville. Probably in some strange state or other. I mean, I don't mean geographical state. Oh, Alice, and another form of cactus in my picture. Okay. Right, I better watch these comments, otherwise I don't know. Yeah, I think I have a swipper. Yeah, anyway. All right. This must be the other form of cactus, that one there in the middle. And now we're getting to the end. This was the last one. I think it was Dorothy. It was Ingrid showing us mistletoe. I've often wondered what that is, those clumps that you see on trees, and it's branches on branches. It's mistletoe on other trees. That's what it does. It kind of colonizes it. Oh, Dorothy has actually left a photograph for comment here, which it's not. I didn't see that one. All right, so there you go. Those were the branches. What was, and as nobody has chosen to join me in the studio, I'm going to have to sort of spontaneously choose my favorites. I haven't done this yet. I do like 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗕𝗕𝗢𝗓 as one of this. Where is it? Oh my God. What happened? Yeah, I do like this one a lot. Tell me what your favorite is. Just write in the chat, in the comments, which is your favorite out of the ones that we've seen so far? I think this is one of mine, just because of the colors and the angle and that the way the branches are almost putting their arms around the window. That's one of my favorites. Okay, chugging through. I like this one. Just because it's so graphic. You've got a lovely sunset, you've got the V, which is a graphic shape, but you've also got her comment catapulting the sun. It's literally like, you know, someone's got, well, I don't have to describe it. It's in the caption. And it's seen through a window, which gives you a sense of place, a sense of mystery, and a lovely frame, of course. So that's a real favorite of mine. Very nice. You've got that double meaning, you see. Okay, you've got the sunset, you've got the tree, but it looks like the sun has been catapulted. It gives it a whole double meaning and makes it twice as rich. So that's on my short list. I mean, I like these ones of nice, funny shaped trees, obviously. Probably looking for something a little bit extra in order to, you know, to actually, I'm looking for that something special, that double layering, that double meaning, something that has been done, which isn't just taking a picture of the thing. This group is about moving our photographs up to the next level. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, what have you done extra? What have you seen extra, which will, you know, take it to the next level. Okay, these are all very interesting. Tree branch, that's interesting, isn't it? This metaphorical point of view is good. You've actually got a kind of a frame. The tree, the money tree, is framing the bar, the sign of the bar, which is a very, very busy photograph. There's a ton of stuff in there. It's all very detailed. It looks like she's used some sort of effect to make it the colors do strange things, which is interesting. Very rich, very warm. It's extremely busy though. Though it sounds like a negative word. It's extremely busy. But I mean, it's what it was, and I like it. I like it. I love this sort of half frame to the top and the bottom and the left. Very nice. Plus, you've got little bits of notes in the middle. All right, so that's probably on my short list too. This is the colors there are beautiful. Rob's very interesting thing that he came up with at breakfast is good. Okay, the branch, the white maison branche, actually, for the pun, maison branche. Just if you weren't here earlier, maison blanche is the White House, and in French, maison branche is branches, so the branch house, and the house is actually white. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm liking it. I like these things going into the distance, but I talked a lot about that yesterday. So as not to drag things out, let's say I'll go for maison branche. Yeah, I like the fork, but I like it in particular for the joke that I made about it. So I like the money tree. I like 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗕𝗢𝗓𝗔𝗖𝗄𝗎. I like the V. Okay, so I'm going to choose the V tree, and what did I say? Maison branche. And I'm going to go for 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗕𝗢𝗓𝗔𝗬𝗔, just because I like the fact that she's thrown an angle in there. She's got the colors of the branches going around the window. The window's the same as the leaves and stuff like that. So there you go. My three winners for today are 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗕𝗢𝗓𝗔's branch house thingy, Sharon's catapulting the sun into the sea, and last but certainly not least, la maison branche, the White House or the branch house. All right, there you go. Congratulations, you three. I'm rewarding levels of, adding levels to the photograph, not just the photograph. What's the double meaning? What's the play on words? What's the double meaning of the word branch, for example? Which leaves me with a rather thorny problem, and that is, I've got someone who commented, but I don't know, or maybe she commented on something else. So I've got a thorny problem, it's not quite a pun, is it, of what the theme is going to be for next time. Thank you for your 0 comments on what the theme could be for this week. So it's going to be down to, okay, we've got Alice saying fork, she likes the fork. 𝗙𝗙𝗘𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗞 says she likes Rob's fork and Sharon's slingshot tree. And okay, great, thanks for that. All right, the theme, my God, what did I think of? I thought of a theme. Okay, well, seeing as we talked about branches and branches have leaves, I was thinking, what about if we do something which has leaves? Sometimes you talk about books having leaves, don't you? Do you? Okay, I'm going to make it books. All right, books is the theme. So anything to do with books. You can take books in all sorts of interesting situations. You can take them at funny angles. You can take them being used, being in various different ways. You can take pictures of old books, new books, lots of books, single books, discarded books, favorite books. And you can probably throw in some sort of metaphors there as well. Okay, so, and you can be, that's been the same clouds. Okay, maybe, if that's a theme, we'll think about that. I've just said books, so I better stick with that. All right, so books is the theme, book or books. See what you can come up with for that. And if you followed my stunning selfies challenge, you'll know that I love taking photographs with books. So you can be in this photograph if you like, with your favorite book, but don't just make it you and the book. Do something special, interacting with it, looking over the top of it, caressing it, under your arm, dropping it, anything except a standard shot. And let me just finish quickly with 1 or 2 other things. So please send in your photographs for my appreciation and analysis. I did number 4 today. I've got 5 more to go. Can you believe this? I'm doing 9 in a row. And it's all leading up to my masterclass, which is starting on Monday. I want more of you to come on the masterclass. Please come on the masterclass. You've got an early birds pricing thingy where you get $100 off. And it's my entire life's work. It really is. Everything is going into this in the most pertinent way. I'm not, shoveling a life's worth of stuff on you. Just the stuff that I think will take you from, well, I'm hoping that it's the only photographic course you will ever need. Simple as that. So look for this. I think it's in the announcement section. Look for this and add some more photographs, please. And I will talk about them in the next 5 days. And this is where you need to watch. If you want to watch and comment live, go to my Facebook profile. It's facebook.com/𝗙𝗪𝗡. And it looks like this. I've put in a noughts and crosses theme. This is number 5. As you can see there. So the one that's just been crossed off is in the middle. In fact, a circle in the middle. So I will include this photograph in the middle, which is an absolutely beautiful little passageway type of thing in Paris, in Montmartre. That will be my first featured photograph. And it's good fun. So come along and have a look and contribute, above all contribute. And just to finish off with, this is my masterclass, which is happening on Monday. I'm planning on it being an annual thing. So if you want to do it now, because you won't be able to do it again until next year. And I think you will absolutely love it. I'm really excited about it. And what did I want to show you? I wanted to show you my series of masterclasses. I've got 3 planned per year. So the first one is this one, Smartphone Photography Masterclass. But to be honest, it's really all sorts of photography. It just happens to be that I want to encourage people who've got smartphones, which is more people than have big fancy cameras these days, to get into photography because it's such fun. So that's that. And then a blog writing masterclass, blog and article writing masterclass in June. Again, 9 weeks, the same system, the same wonderful system. that I've imagined, and then a creativity masterclass in the autumn. Now, that isn't about a specific skill or topic. You bring your project, and I don't mind what it is. It's more about creativity, letting creativity flow and getting ideas, getting them sorted out and completing the project than the specific project. So the photography masterclass coming up, yeah, sure, you will finish something amazing in 9 weeks, but it's about photography. And a lot of what I'll be saying is about photography. The other thing I do quite a lot is write every day. So if you want to learn and practice with me how to write short, snappy articles and blog posts, really with a really good structure, you know, with a story going through them, great vocabulary, etc., then that's what's happening in the masterclass around about June. And that's it, basically. So if you click here, nothing much more to say. I'm going to say goodbye now, but do go here. Please at least check it out. And if you can't do it or aren't able to do it or don't want to do it, please think of other people, because you know, you might have some people that you know who would love to take really fantastic photographs on their smartphones. If you do join up for the early bird price, you can invite friends for half of that price. So the early bird price, actually no, for you guys it's even less. For you guys, you put in a special code. You put in a special code just for being in this group. Instead of early bird, you put friends in when you click on one of these buttons, and it's $149. And if you do join up, you can invite 2 friends, and each of them pays $99. All right, so please do that. Please help me make it a success. I want you to come on it if you can, and the more the merrier. So if you appreciate what I'm doing here, then you can show your appreciation, and you can make your photographs even more amazing. Because I mean, the stuff I'm doing here, I'm giving comments and stuff, but it's not a photographic course. It's completely random. But this will be, you know, a really solid photographic course. Do chug through it. This page gives you all the information you could possibly imagine. And that's it. I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure being with you once again. And tomorrow I'll be doing another of the Facebook Lives. Thanks so much. It's so good having you in this group. I'm really enjoying it. I'm loving your contributions, and I'm looking forward to your photographs on the theme of books for next week. And the thread where you can put those is already up there. Bye for now. I've got Vespina just says, me making a call to book a room. Yes, of course. Bye for now, people. See you, my friends.